What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 14 of our Millwall career mode, and today a couple of games for you. But before we jump into that, let's take a look at how we've been doing since last time out. And last time we played Forest and won 2-1, and then, things have fallen off just a little bit. We haven't won in the Premier League yet, though we had that 0-0 with Bournemouth, which was this looks not so great, because we started off on positive and we were kind of being overrun, and then we moved to the cautious kind of style, and it kind of worked a little bit better, and it kind of was even from then on out. We carved out a couple chances here and there, but a 0-0, so another point on the board. We had 3 draws in a row here, but then we had 2 more losses. These were expected. Tottenham away from home, a 4-0. Yeah, tough one. Early goal for them, and that just opens things up. And then we had a 2-1 loss to Liverpool. We actually took the lead really early, and then a really long-range strike from Wijnaldum, and then Van Dijk on a corner. It's, goals you can't really do anything about. We kind of sat back most of the game, of course, trying to hold them off, but didn't really work out in the end. And then a Carabao Cup, we rotated a little bit here, and then lost kind of late. It's a shame, but I'm not too worried about it, as we're trying to kind of hold our own in the Premier League. So yeah, we're here right now. Aston Villa at Leicester. At some point we got to start getting points on the board. We have a tough run coming: Chelsea, Arsenal, Wolves, but then we have a run of 4 here where we need to pick up points. It doesn't matter how many points, we need to pick up points. Burnley, Fulham, Southampton, Brighton, before we get into another tough run: City, Everton, United, Chelsea. So we have some stretches that are good, some stretches that are bad, and hopefully today we can work something here. Now, what I've learned a little bit is that this cautious style is pretty good, but what I'm going to do is, one, get our proper 11 going. We'll move it that way. And then what I've been doing is, when we're at home or in games where we think we can nick something, I kind of push the 2 wingers forward and still roll with the same kind of style. So hopefully that turns into something in today's games. We have 2 games, one against Aston Villa, who are in 5th, having a good year in 5th, and then we have Leicester, who are 3rd. So what I thought were going to be games where we might nick something in game, at least, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. Now, Grosicki is not match fit yet. We're going to roll with Niguez. Mahoney, once again, not playing overly well. And then Romeo has a bit of an issue, and we will put him off on the bench. I'm going to play Manning at right fullback. I know he doesn't really play well there, but I'm going to go with inverted fullback also, just so he can use his right foot a little bit, and then kind of have a switch here where the fullback kind of falls this way and the winger stays out, and then the winger comes in this way and the fullback stays out. So we'll see if we can cause a few more problems that way, but it is what it is. So let's jump into it. Our first game here, Villa, Millwall. Can we nick something here, get some points? It's going to be difficult. They're having a good year, Aston Villa. And at the moment, I don't know where we stand in terms of getting fired and things like that. I just don't know. We're at a B at the moment, but if we don't get any points today, we have a 3-game stretch there where we're probably going to get none. We go another 5 games with no points. It's going to be they might start to turn a little bit. But Wallace is on it, plays it forward, and it's cleared away, and that should be the highlight over. So we'll see how long this goes, and how long before things start to get genuinely serious. Need a sip of water there. Excuse me. But let's see if we can do something here. Aaron's got it. He's played it forward to Bradshaw, and Bradshaw has a goal. A difficult kind of attempt, but the first attempt of the game, as you can see, they've had no shots. We've had the one, and now it's woken up a little bit. Now they've got Zivkovic standing over a free kick. It's blocked, and Thompson does hold on to it. Can he clear it? Gets it to Ferguson. They're smacking it off each other, running into each other, but it is eventually cleared. At the moment, the best thing for us, I think, in terms of the board, is that other teams keep losing around us as well, and that way we sort of stay in the fight. At the moment, after 6 games, we're 1 point back of that spot in terms of staying safe. So, I mean, as long as we're close, I think the board will see it okay. But I worry. I do worry. As they come forward here, Aston Villa. Mings is on it. Gets around Jed Wallace there. Gets to the byline. Gets it to Zivkovic. And it's too easy. It's too easy is what it is. Zivkovic with the goal. It's on Mings out here. And he beats Jed Wallace, who slides in and just misses. And then Manning can't really get close to him. He clips it back. And Ferguson cannot get up. And that's where I worry about Ferguson playing too much currently, because we're not an attacking side. So his strengths aren't being used, and defensively he's not the greatest. That's why, like, Manning and Romeo would be ideal, but Romeo's been injured to start this season so far. So we're kind of stuck at fullback. If we wouldn't have been able to go out and get someone like Manning, we'd be royally screwed, as that comes over the top, and Bree goes for goal. And it's 2 to Villa. Oh, God. This is gonna be such a tough year. It's gonna be a very tough year. This is too easy once again, as Ferguson gets pulled out, and he just goes over the top there. Ugh. Oh, boy. What if we're just gonna go positive? Can't really hurt, though. Zivkovic stands over another free kick and scores. That's been coming. It's 3-0 after 30 minutes, and that might be that already. Ugh. No, I don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch it. We started well, and then it kind of all went to hell after their first goal. And that's kind of what happens at the moment with these teams. We kind of hold off for a little bit, and then they break the door open as Niguez goes for goal and can't force anything out of Tom Heaton. A bit easy for him. But teams are ultra clinical so far. So that gets headed in and just wide. A goal would be nice just to, get us up a little bit. But it hasn't come just yet. Maybe we can play this positive kind of style at home. And once again, we go through huge spells where teams don't even have shots, and then they go through a 2 or 3 minute spell like we just had where they score 3 and then it stops. And it's kind of annoying. It's almost as if our concentration levels are just, at those moments in time, not great. But we have the second half here, and immediately we give it away. See, that's something that cannot be happening. And then we foul him. And Zivkovic has been threatening to score goals. He scored one already, and we give it away and put him in a position to get another one. And Darlow had to get out there and tap that away. Ugh. It's going to be a tough year. We're going to have to, be better on set pieces. We're going to have to, be clinical when our chances come. It's tough. We are in a tough situation. Bermejo coming forward. Douglas Luiz gets it out to Bree. Zivkovic. Konsa. That's over the top. Bree's on it. Douglas Luiz. Can we get to him? And we lose Bree again. And that's happened a couple times now where we're losing him out there. And it's causing us issues. And I wish Grosicki was back and fit. We have issues on this left-hand side where nobody plays well. We're going to play Grosicki. I don't know if he's fit enough for this, but it's going to happen regardless. Let's get a bloody shout going or something. Only one is focused is Darlow. We're 3-0 down. And nobody's awake for it. That is kind of an issue. Kind of an issue. They came to me in a meeting the other day and said that I was too harsh on them, but I mean, this isn't good enough regardless of if we've just come up and we're kind of punching above our weight a little bit. This is still not good enough. No highlights. We'll give him a bit of a rest. It's the right side of the defense that's just not playing well either game. They always seem to have the low end of the ratings on the right side, and it's because I'm constantly switching out right backs on that side because Romeo hasn't been fit yet. It's a bit of a pain as Drinkwater goes close again, and we're not creating anything. We need a tactic that creates a little bit of something just once in a while. There's another free kick. I don't mind going out for free kicks. It's going to be a penalty, and we're going to have an opportunity to grab a goal. Marcos Rojo with the penalty. Jed Wallace is standing over it, and Jed scores. Go and pick the ball out. There's only a couple minutes left. It's not going to matter, but getting Jed Wallace in a good spot is, I guess, what we can take so far from this game. Ignore the dog in the background if you can hear him barking anyway. I mean, these players are good. That's the issue. Villa has just come, or not just come up. They've been here a year, and I mean, this is a proper good team. And it's difficult. It's going to take a lot to deal with what we can, to do what we can. I am not happy. You guys shouldn't be happy either. We have to go away to Leicester. Jesus. 7 without a win. That's good. We haven't won since Forest. Oh, well, maybe that's just Premier League. We haven't won at all yet. We're going to have to take a look. We're going to have to constantly be looking at the board and see what they think. Best thing is, Fulham did grab a point with Norwich. Moved a little bit further away. Southampton only have 1 point so far, though they play Bournemouth. So someone's going to grab points there. Hopefully a draw. And that'll keep us down just a little bit. That's the idea. We're going to check on the board in a sec before we jump into this Leicester City game. We had a really good year last year. Probably a year we shouldn't have had. And now it's put us in this position where things are going to go... Things are going to be south for a long, long time. But that is the fun of trying to, force our way forward. Still nothing. I want to see what happens in this game. Oh, I did not renew his deal. Anyway, I just want to see what happens in this game between... or Southampton's game and Bournemouth's game. Ideally, none of them win. That would be, of course, the ideal situation. Luckily, we didn't lose to Bournemouth. West Ham, oh God. We'll check it in a little bit because it's another day or two. Let's go to the board. Club Vision. A B-. So things are starting to go the wrong way, which is not great. Very disappointed. Make the most of set pieces. I am disappointed in that too. Working within the payroll, fight bravely. They're currently satisfied. We reached the 3rd round, which is good. If we can reach the 4th round of the FA Cup, that would be ideal. End of current season, our contract expires, which is kind of a problem. If I can try and ask for a new contract. Let's see. Club info. Club Vision, board requests, make a board request, here we go, personal, new contract. Okay, so that's not happening right now, so I worry just a little bit going forward, I really do. I really, really do. But let's jump into the Leicester game. Hopefully we can get something else out of it this way. Let's go. All right, here we are, the Leicester game, and Bournemouth did beat Southampton. So yeah, not what we wanted necessarily, but it's all right. It's Southampton did lose, and they're behind us, and they'll currently stay behind us for the moment. So it is okay. What I am gonna do is bring Ferguson onto the bench. And what do we want to do? I want to go cautious. I don't think I want to go Mazzala. I think what we're going to do is maybe he can move into this space instead of kind of coming out here. Maybe he can be a little bit more in the middle. Grzycki can play, which is good. Romeo can play. A lot of these players are playing really poorly. We'll get Noel on. Mavropanos needs a rest, I think. Hutchinson, and then in Durham, it's just a little bit more physical in midfield. And yeah, this is the team we are going to go with. What we are going to do is move these two back, because we are on the road, third place team. What I am going to do also is make him a poacher. Yeah, I think we'll go with poacher. Maybe because he can sit on their back line a little bit, and we do have trying to go a little bit more direct and over the top. So if we can get it to him, that'd be ideal. Good luck. I don't even know what to say to them anymore because they get angry. I mean, the expectations are not very high, so they're kind of right off the bat willing to go down without the fight necessarily, which is kind of annoying, number one, and number two, it's difficult to motivate that kind of stuff, that kind of play, that kind of attitude. So at the moment, we're trying to deal with it. But for the moment, it's going not so great. They are not the happiest of people, of course. They're not playing very well. As a free kick comes in, get it out, please. Benkovic is on it. It's going to be swung back in. Ndidi, Madison, don't let him go for goal. What is he, offside? Oh, it hit Iheanacho on the way there. I thought that went straight in for a moment. Does it hit Iheanacho here? I don't think so, but I guess that's a really poor rendering of the new offside rule. It is what it is. As that gets put out wide, Chilwell's on it. There's some good players here. Ndidi, it's a good save. What we are going to do, actually, let's go defensive to start. See if we can get through halftime, 0-0. And try and change things around a little bit more. Go forward a little bit more if we have to, as that gets swung in and cleared. Moving it around pretty nicely here, Leicester. They're a good team, but they're got plenty of men forward. And that is the end of the highlight. Very strange end of the highlight. But 15 minutes gone and we haven't conceded yet, so positive steps, folks. Positive steps. And time continues to tick. Not how I'd like it to. Actually, you know what? Let's just change this a little bit. Match between highlights. We'll go to very fast. I wish there was a different setting between fast and very fast. Oh, Jesus Christ. And Diddy goes for goal and smashes the post. And we survive just a little bit there. As that ball comes in and it's cleared away. Harvey Barnes is going to get onto it. Out wide, Iheanacho. And it is offside. So we survive just barely again. And now they have a corner. The set pieces is what scares me, because that's how teams open up, and there it is. Ugh, Jesus Christ. We are awful on set pieces. Both sides. There's no one there. How is Ndidi free in front of the goalkeeper? It is so annoying. What we're going to do. We're going to go much shorter. See if we can hold on to the ball a little bit more. They only have 2 in midfield. If we can focus it through the middle, then maybe we can do something here with it. So let's see what happens here. I was just about to say that gets given away, and that immediately gets given away. Hutchinson's been complaining about not playing. We let him play today. What are we doing? I don't get it. What are you thinking? I hate when that particular thing happens, when you get the ball nicked off you in that spot. Like, just boot it if you have to. Out wide, Chilwell's on it, gets inside. It's just cleared away. This is just one-way traffic. You know what? I'm going to shake things up a little bit. Of course, he's been particularly error-prone. Everybody is particularly error-prone with this side at the moment. Bakuna not playing well. No one's playing well. This team is, no offense, not good enough for the Premier League, and it's it's annoying. It is annoying. Though, I mean, they're a really good team, Leicester, but we're putting up no effort. Just none. No effort, it seems. There it is, halftime. We haven't had a shot. Disappointing. Let's see. Early crosses. Let's see if we can get in behind their defense a little bit now. It's a tough place to be in. Newcastle are winning. The problem is we had our difficult, like our betting in period against teams we should be trying to get points from. Is he going to get sent off? Oh no, the play it kept on going. I thought it stopped for a moment. Jesus. Coop Miners is on it. Gets clipped in. Madison. Darlow saves. This is difficult to watch. Difficult to deal with currently. Noel nigs it there. Can we play it? No. That looked like a run being made on the right. Why couldn't we play it? Garner on a 6.3. He's not ready for this division just yet, Garner. And that's a problem because he's one of our better players. Ryan Manning's made a lot of mistakes today. It is a nightmare. Oof. I didn't think he'd shoot there, and he did. We have had one shot, which is good. More than we had in the first half. We nick it there. Can we do something with it here? No. We probably need to be a little bit more direct now. I was kind of trying to hold on to the ball. But now being more direct is, I guess, good. In theory, before that second goal went in, I was just trying to hold on to the ball and just keep them from having it. But obviously, the second we did that, Hutchinson just didn't pass it inexplicably and gave it away. Moving the ball around really well. There are some really good players on this team. The midfield is so good. That gets clipped out wide. They've also changed their formation as Vardy goes close. They went from the 4-2-2-2 to 4-3-3. She gives them a little bit more protection in midfield, and everything we tried to do kind of got nullified right off the bat. There are some really good players in this team. You can only hope and pray to be as good as this team soon enough. I mean, look. Just across the board. RB Barnes doesn't look that great anymore. But across the board, pretty much, everyone is so good. It's incredibly annoying. Let's get Krasicki off. We'll bring him on. Do we... I don't know. Do we get more protection in front of the back four and go 4-2-1-3 instead of 4-1-2-3? Kind of. Like the midfield three would be a triangle toward the back instead of a triangle toward the front. I'm not so sure yet. As that gets cleared just. It's going to come back in. Madison's on it. Back into Chowdhury. Cooper Myers has it blocked. And Noel is on it. And Heinemann gives it right away. So, I don't know. I do not know. But at some point, we need to be collecting points from teams. We need to start winning our home games. Vardy scores and just adds icing to the cake. 3-0. And to be fair, these squads are kind of like a 3-0 apart. And today was difficult. 5th place team, 3rd place team on the road. But we don't create anything, and it is an issue. It is an issue. The next game we have is at home to Norwich, and that'll really kind of determine how this season's going to go. Though Norwich are notoriously good in this game this first year, or this second year. That West Brom game, I wish I could have it back. But we cannot. We're beaten again. 8 in a row without a win. We've gone 8 games in the Premier League. Still haven't had our first win here. Norwich win. Newcastle win. We're starting to fade a little bit. 3 points back of West Brom. Haven't had a win yet, along with Southampton. What's the schedule look like? Norwich, Chelsea, Arsenal, Wolves. I think we'll come back for Burnley, Fulham, because those are 2 teams that are down here, and they're 6-pointers, really. So we'll have to come back for that. And if this is shrinking like crazy, which worries me quite a bit, I'm going to try and see if I can work a new tactic. See if we can figure out a way to get points at home. See if we can, put up a fight against these teams down here, because if we can't, we are going to be fired from this team, guys. But I am going to get rid of this episode. This episode needs to end. It's been dire, though I hope you've enjoyed it regardless of how dire it's been. But for now, guys, that's it. So peace.